Talking fishing, nothing but fishing, talking fishing. If it's facts about fishing that you want to know, then tune in, folks, cause this is the show. We'll show you all the right bait to use, so sit right back, you got nothing to lose. Doesn't really matter if it's trout or carp, flathead, marlin or a gummy shark. Listen to the guys and you can't go wrong. They'll be talking about fishing till the cows come home. Talking fishing, nothing but fishing, we're talking fishing.
And welcome everyone to Talking Fishing. Great start to the program.
Yeah,
and
we're on.
Couple of technical issues there.
Now today's the last day of spring. Is today the first day of 30 degrees plus? Have we had a 30 yet?
Yeah, yesterday.
No, it didn't hit 30 yesterday, did it?
Yeah, didn't it?
Did it? I don't know.
Not where I'm from.
Oh,
Anyway.
it felt like it.
There's a special event on in 22 days. It is the peak. And that's all downhill. Not going to tell you what it is until the end of the show, all right?
Well, there's a special event on in about 4 hours' time.
What's that?
Cod opening.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
December the 1st is
Certainly
tomorrow.
is.
So start of summer, start of cod opening.
Yep.
How exciting is that?
It's incredibly exciting. I think there are probably people camping right now,
Oh, yeah,
waiting for
getting
midnight
ready.
to tick over.
Yep.
And they're going to be straight on out there.
And what great weather for it.
Perfect. It's going to be warm
Yeah.
and balmy. They're going to be...
I was going to say, if you got caught on surface tonight.
Yep.
Yeah. We'll talk about hotspots later on because we've got a couple of cod places to go. But like, is that what people do? Do they take the week off or do they take RDOs?
So many people will be taking tomorrow off for sure.
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a big day.
The switch has been flicked as well, lads,
It has.
on snapper.
It has, yeah, finally.
Like so many big fish,
Yep.
good numbers.
Yep, some
It's
quality
really
bite
changed.
times too, where lots of fish have been caught. So
Yeah.
it's been a long time coming,
And,
but it's
and,
all finally.
and some calm conditions.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, well,
Finally.
more importantly. Yeah.
Beautiful. And absolutely, the next week is totally fishable. I think
Yep.
there might be a couple of days where the wind comes up.
Storms tomorrow.
Yeah, but
the
it's
fish
not
will go
much.
crazy before that.
Yeah. And then I think Thursday, Friday's good again, you know. So
Good.
Sunday's really good. Big, strong. I mean, for us whiting fishermen who, you know, love whiting and snapper season, really, really good, strong outgoing tide on Sunday afternoon.
Oh, okay.
I reckon that's the time, you know,
Nice.
probably about 3 o'clock onwards on Sunday is the time for whiting. So it's an exciting time of the year.
Big weekend.
Yeah. Now, Cara, we've got, this is the list of stuff you've got to cook, right? Flounder, bream, Chinook salmon, zebrafish, bronze whaler. All right? You're going to knock one of those off tonight.
I will
Won't
indeed.
tell everyone yet what it is, but we're going to add one tonight in Catch of the Week.
Excellent.
First time for Catch of the Week.
Yeah,
It's,
okay. Another.
yeah, so anyway, it's all happening.
Interesting.
Peninsula Snapper Challenge is over,
It is, yeah.
and their presentation was last night. Some cracking fish, and I won't give away the winner because he's in Catch of the Week, but some
nice.
cracking fish. And you just go that like someone did flick the switch. From the start of that comp, I reckon for the whole of last week, it was just absolutely great time for snapper fishing.
Yeah, I think a few holidays and annual leave would have been cashed in over that last week with
Yeah.
the forecast that we got presented. And how good is it that we actually had a comp where the forecast was good for the
Yeah.
majority of it, because like
Ideal
clockwork,
conditions.
you
Yeah.
could
Yeah.
generally pencil in terrible weather for the snapper comps.
Something I haven't seen a lot of publicity about, but the Cod Classic.
Oh.
That's this
yeah.
My
weekend.
whaler.
Yeah.
And Greg's from our work
That's
is
right,
up there.
yeah.
He's taken annual leave and he's gone up to that.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
They-
a huge event.
They usually get a couple of thousand people to that, don't they?
Absolutely. The town will be completely, like between there and Yarrawonga,
Yeah.
absolutely
Yeah.
flat out.
There you go. All right, folks, let's have a look at what's being caught by the people at home. It's time for Catch of the Week.
Catch of the Week, brought to you by Shimano.
All right, I've got the cooking list out. Got the pen hand.
nervous.
All right. Have a look at the. I don't think we've had this species on before, but I haven't seen one this big. Adam, have a look at this. Ricardo Barfus got a 48 centimetre yakka or yellowtail scad off rill while snapper fishing.
That's a big yakka. That really
48
is.
centimetre, kind of a bit like a mackerel, Cara.
Okay.
So start
Oh,
thinking
yeah, no, that's-
mackerel
Yeah.
cooking, you know.
Deep fry or
mackerel.
smoked.
Deep
if you're
fry.
not
You
sure,
can't
just
go
drop
wrong.
it in the deep fryer or smoke
Yeah.
it. That's a big yakka though.
So I'm just writing
Yeah,
down.
can't say I've come across one of those before.
No,
That would have been turned into.
you might
something
have trouble
for sure.
buying one in the fish and chip shops. We've got to get you a zebra fish. Oh, actually, we've got to get you a Chinook salmon, a zebra fish, a bronze whaler, and a yakka now. We've got to somehow get them to you so you can do recipes. But anyway. Now, the word on the street is that Cara and Gavin are celebrating around about 30 years of marriage, or might have been 35, and they went out fishing together. And have a look at this. Cara and Gavin Meathers just shared a snapper and a gummy. I think we're going to show it in a minute. We might have trouble with photos tonight and videos. Have a look. Now, apparently the story goes, Gavin said, give us a kiss for this photo.
Nice try, Gav.
And she thought,
Straight to the snapper.
she thought he meant the snapper. Have a look at that. Just an absolute beautiful couple that come into the shop all the
That's
time.
right.
And
They are.
well
And they
done to
fish
Kerry,
hard.
well done to Gav. And the kids fish hard too, but that is just...
That's not a bad double.
It's almost like their wedding anniversary photo. In fact, I reckon that's probably better than their wedding photos. They'd be
true
just,
love right
they'd be loving that. So how good's that? All right, let's have a look at some of the snapper catches for the week because they've been absolutely sensational. Kick it off in Port Phillip Bay, the top end Point Cook snapper by Lisa Commodromus. Lovely fish there, Lisa.
Lisa,
Well
good
done.
fish.
That is a very nice looking fish,
Yeah,
isn't
Point
it?
Cook, you don't hear that
No.
too
Nice
often.
one, Lisa.
Great fish.
Let's move around that northern end of the bay and Altona, a lovely 8 kilo fish caught by Daniel Scolo. Have a look at this one.
8's the new 5 kilo.
Yeah,
This 8 kilo size class
There is
seems to be chewing hard at the moment.
it's good, isn't it?
Yeah,
They're
it's really
good fish.
Yep. Daniel, good fish. Altona's produced the goods all season so far.
Well, it's a little bit warm. I meant to put the charts up tonight. I haven't got them with me, but
Is it looking better?
no, well, a little bit, but it hasn't even reached 17 degrees.
Okay. It's a bit. Okay,
It's-
that's weird, but promising.
Yeah,
if it-
I reckon they might be getting 17 up the northern end now.
Yeah,
but
okay.
I looked about a week ago, or probably last Wednesday or Thursday. It was under 7. It had actually dropped about 1.5 degrees in the bay. So anyway, incredible that's happening. All right, let's keep going. Carrum, a little bit further south. Carrum, Chris got this lovely 6.8 kilo.
Good fish.
Cracking looking fish. They're good, aren't
It's a
they?
great photo too.
Yeah.
Rough conditions.
If there's one bloke who goes, when that switch is flicked, if there's one bloke who can go out and actually nail a big snapper,
Yep.
it's Jason Turner.
Yeah, he's got them dialed in.
He's just an absolute gun. And if you want to get on a charter with Jace, Pro Red Fishing Charters, have a look at this. Just a cracking
it's a
looking
good
It
fish.
just gets
That's a
good
big
looking
fish.
fish.
Yeah, that's a
colours
big
too.
fish.
Yeah. Well done, Jace.
Nice.
Good stuff. Pro Red. Can't beat them. Now, the snapper must be thick. Right? They're thick. They are thick when Travis Dowling, the CEO of the Victorian Fisheries Authority, can go out and get one. Have a look at this. Now, I actually reckon... Oh, no.
no,
We got the
that's
right...
not-
Oh, that's
Oh,
the
there
one.
it is.
That's the one. I actually reckon that was caught by Bill Klassen from AFN.
Dave, I heard a rumour Trav
Yeah.
actually boarded the boat with the snapper in a backpack.
He's done that to me before with a redfin.
And produced it for a photo.
You reckon?
It
That
looks
could be a
Word on the street?
New Zealand flounder?
That's what I heard.
New Zealand flounder. New Zealand snapper.
Put that on the list, New Zealand flounder.
Yeah,
Oh, Trav.
yeah, no, I reckon that was Bill's.
Give him credit where credit's due.
Yeah, well.
That was nice of Bill to let him know that in,
The
Dave.
winner of the Peninsula Snapper Challenge. Have a look at this one, Ryan Smith. Well done, Ryan.
Ryan,
96
congratulations.
centimetres.
That's massive.
10.2 kilo snapper caught in 19 metres off Frankston.
That is huge.
In the old scale, 22 pound.
Oh,
Thank you very much.
That's a big fish. It looks every bit of that too.
That's a good solid
Great
fish.
photo.
How big does snapper get? Like, do you get him over a metre?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. South Australian fish would often go over 30 pounds.
Yeah, just not allowed to fish for them anymore because
Yeah,
I
that's
wiped
it.
them out.
Well,
Yeah.
they may as well swim over here.
But that's a crack. I mean, that's one of the
Oh, I
best
think
out of
That's
the
yeah,
pool
yeah,
field.
that's
Up there with the best,
unbelievable.
yeah. Let's keep going with the snapper. Angela Ionella. Lovely snapper off Barwon Reef.
Good fish.
Sure. So
That's a good.
they might be
size
out with
fish,
Zach
that.
Cross, I think. Not sure.
Oh,
Down
okay.
Angela.
On a charter. Nice fish. And what Cara? What has happened to the freshwater fishes? Why aren't they
know.
sending their
The
photos in?
freshwater anglers are not tuning in.
No, they're waiting for cod opening. They're waiting for cod
they?
opening.
They are waiting
they're
for
being,
cod
People
they're
just
being
got the
patient.
snapper goggles on.
I thought we might
Yeah.
have seen some more yellers lately,
Yeah.
even
Zilch.
the trout as well. But
Maybe they don't
After
take
this
photos of
weekend.
yellers.
They're being patient.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
they're
have a
holding
look at
out.
this. Wayne Baston, 3.2 kilo brown trout out of Lake Purrumbete.
look at those colours.
Aren't they
Beautiful.
just beautiful?
Brown,
Absolutely.
I would say a brown looks better than a rainbow trout.
Yeah.
What would you say?
Oh,
Yeah.
look, they're on par.
Oh, I love it. Brown.
I love the
look at brown
browns.
trout.
Yeah. If you'd like to send in a pic of your catch of the week, this is what you have to do.
If you want to be like me and have your photo on TV, email your fishing pic to info@ifish.com.au. Go Pies!
Yeah, I wanna go fishing.
And coming up next, fisheries news, including more golden tagged fish winners. Next on Talking Fishing.
Talking fishing.
We know what you'd rather be doing.
We know what you've really got in mind.
We know you'd rather be out fishing. And today's the day you're gonna wet a line. 'Cause every day's a good day.
Stop wishing.
Every day's a chance to drift away. Drift away.
Every day's a good day for fishing. See it down and tackle world today.
Talking fishing, nothing but fishing. We're talking fishing.
Live from the studios of Channel 31 Melbourne, it's now time for some very fishy news.
Something about live television.
It's the best.
We rebooted the computer
only
during,
way to do it.
during the ad break and
Yeah.
everything's working, so how good's that? All right, fisheries news. The headline is Murray cod season opens. Victorian recreational fishers can look forward to again casting a line for Murray cod anywhere in the state. Victorian Fisheries Authority's CEO Travis Dowling, who reckons he can catch snapper, said the Murray cod season opens on Wednesday the 1st of December. That is tomorrow, following a 3-month closure in most waters to enhance breeding. Victoria now boasts several of Australia's premier Murray cod fisheries thanks to sensible catch limits, record stockings and substantial improvements to fish habitat and river health. One of the best Murray cod fisheries in Victoria is Lake Eildon, which has been stocked, how's this for a fact, with nearly 3 million cod fingerlings over the last 30 years, primarily funded by recreational fishing licence fees. Freshwater fishers are now regularly catching trophy metre-long cod, with a lucky few encountering giants up to 120 centimetres, considered the fish of a lifetime. 3 million cod fingerlings. I mean, that is incredible,
crazy.
isn't it?
Yep. And that is why we have one of the best Murray cod fisheries in the country.
People in South Australia and Queensland, they're not sure whether their state should have a fishing licence.
I think that speaks for itself.
Oh,
right
I
there.
think it does too.
That speaks volumes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, why wouldn't you want to put in your $30 a year? Like, it's nothing, really, it's nothing.
Not on the scale of...
And then it all adds up and contributes to something like that. 3 million things. There you go. Well done, VFA. All right, another, keeping on with the Murray cod theme. The headline is New Research for Murray Cod. This is an interesting one. I'm going to talk to you about this, Cara, in a minute. In more good news for Murray codfishers, Lake Eildon will welcome an exciting new 2-year research project this summer to unlock some of the mysteries about cod movement into the Goulburn River above Lake Eildon. The study will determine if cod in the upper Goulburn River are an active part of the Lake Eildon population or a distinct one on their own. 20 Murray cod over the minimum size limit of 55 centimetres will be tagged with acoustic transmitters that emit a regular ping as the fish swims, said Travis Dowling. Listening stations in the Goulburn arm of the lake and up the Goulburn River will detect these pings, recording individual fish movement, depth and speed every time a tagged cod comes within range of a station. So that's a
That's
great
really cool.
project.
Yeah. To be able to track and find out what their movements are, what they're doing, if they're breeding.
Yeah.
It's
There's these myths though about the Murray cod. They get stuck in the
The
deep
little-
pools,
yep.
if you like, in the upper Goulburn. Are they stuck there? Are they or do they go back into the lake
Yeah.
when the river's high, and do they swim back up into those? Like, that's really interesting
Yeah.
stuff.
As the water level fluctuates, that'll be a really interesting.
Yeah.
Really interesting.
You ever fished up that way for cod?
Yeah, we have.
Yeah.
Ilden is a real love-hate relationship. I think we were in a cod talk last night, and on average, it's your 7th trip before you actually
Really?
do any good. Yeah, you
So
can be
that's
doing
a lot
all
of
the
water.
right things. You know,
Yeah.
you can mix it up, you can do what you like, but
Yeah,
they've
it's
just
a
got to
lot of water to try
It is
and
a lot
figure
of
out.
water, so trying to
Yeah.
find those hot spots, but
Yeah.
it is a lot of fun. It's a lovely
Yep.
spot to go.
There you go. All right, next one, the golden tag. Let me talk about that. Recreational fishers have the opportunity to explore regional Victoria and land a tagged fish worth up to $10,000 as part of an expanded golden tag competition to boost tourism across the state. The competition has hit several key milestones. Have a listen to this. Nearly $350,000 has been handed out, and the media release this week said 116 winners since the competition kicked off.
Wow.
Well, have a look at this photo, because old mate is the 120th winner.
nice.
Nice with a brimbo.
Yep. John's from Melbourne. He's a regular holiday maker at Bem River and was all too aware of the golden tag competition. I fish the area a lot and I've thrown back dozens, said John as he laughed, but I always check for a tag. I've been hoping to catch a tagged fish, and when I did, I nearly threw it back by accident. I was only able to claim the $2,000 thanks to my eagle-eyed mate who noticed the weeded tag and stopped me just in time.
Oh, that's awesome.
Now, I'm not sure when the golden tag program ends.
I feel
'Cause
like it's the end of the year, but
It is meant to be the end of
where
the
do
year.
they extend it?
But stand by for an announcement of
think we
whether
need
it gets
to.
extended, but no one can tell me.
we need to chat to
Okay.
Trav.
Caught somewhere in the cyberspace.
Yeah.
And Bem would have to be leading the money pool giveaway, wouldn't
You
it?
would think
We've seen
so.
a few fish from Bem, estuary
Yeah.
perch, brim, flatty.
Do you remember why it was started, the golden tag?
Yeah, because we got
Was
locked out of...
No?
Oh,
Tourism.
yeah,
wasn't it?
No.
tourism.
The bushfire.
The bushfires.
Yeah.
Oh,
It was-
yes.
Yeah. But that was in hand with tourism.
Yeah, well, the Victorian Fisheries Authority started the golden tag competition in February 2020, successfully encouraging
right.
visitation of Gippsland and the state's northeast as communities recovered.
So
from
much has happened
bushfires.
since those bushfires.
Everyone's
COVID
forgotten.
came
Yeah,
along and
that's
just
right.
took
That was
over,
2
didn't it?
years ago. Those devastating.
Oh, that was awful.
Malakuta.
That was insane,
Malakuta
yeah.
hasn't recovered.
Yep.
No.
Half the houses haven't been built, but that was why golden tag was started.
Yes.
And then it was extended to all over the state, a whole lot of different
Yeah.
waters.
Yep.
Because
of lockdowns.
COVID lockdowns.
Yep.
But yeah, bushfires. We can't
That's
forget
right.
some of this stuff, I tell you. Oh, have a look at this. I mean, I just love seeing these photos. Have a look at this. Busting for trout fish this weekend with the kids. Then look no further. We might get a photo up here. Then look no further than the Eildon Pondage. Have a look at that.
Yeah, big
Because we've
brown.
just stocked it with 4,000 catchable size rainbows and 100 stunning ex-broodfish browns.
They look
Nice.
so good, those fish.
And they're super tasty, the expert
Can I
ones.
just say Kanga goes? I've just put some of the best browns in ever.
Yeah.
That's what Kanga says. So
Kanga's turned out to be a pretty good little informant for you there, Dave.
Kanga's not a bad bloke. I like Kanga. He knows how to do trout
Yeah.
up at
certainly
Snobs
does.
Creek. Yeah. And he just gives us a little whisper. Best ever brown trout ever. Oh, this. Yeah, we'll talk about this one now. This is Maritime Safety Victoria. Sorry, they've just announced we have the first. This is from you last week, actually. Just to prelude it,
What have I done now?
well, you said, product of the week, the life jackets. You said just don't service them, throw them away and buy a new one.
Yeah, well, at least you know they're going to be legal.
Well, Maritime Safety Victoria think some people do service them, right? So this is what they're saying. We have the first of our life jacket self-inspection clinics being held at Altona this Saturday. We call it the Float Safe program, and our staff explain the key points involved in a pre-wear checks and pre-wear checks and the annual self-inspection that must be carried out in between manufacturer-approved servicing. I don't know. I'm going to talk about that in a minute.
Yeah,
I'm going to come back to it.
I actually know what he's talking
This
about.
program is free to attend, and all participants who complete the session will receive a $30 safety equipment voucher to a local retailer.
See, so you can buy a new life jacket.
with the $30. The first clinic is on Saturday, 4th of December at Altona. Clinics are running 2 p.m, 3 p.m, 4 p.m, and 5 p.m. So if you want to get down to Altona at the boat ramp this Saturday, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Register online. I think we've got the website we can show here, msv.vic.gov.au/floatsafe. There it is. Or just turn up on the day. Don't forget to bring your life jacket along with you. Further clinics will be announced soon at Paddo River, Inverloch, Echuca, Lakes Entrance, Portland, Geelong, and Ngambie.
Oh, that's a good spot.
That's good.
So it's a great initiative
Covers a lot.
by
It is.
Maritime.
Yep.
What does it mean though? Because I find the laws confusing. Pre-wear checks.
Yep.
So I get that. You check something
Every
before
year.
you wear it.
Yep.
Annual self-inspection that must be carried out in between manufacturer-approved servicing.
Yes, so you can self-service your jacket, but I'm going to butcher this, I think depending on manufacturer, 2 years to 3 years, it must be done by the manufacturer or a licensed person who's capable of doing it.
Where does it say that?
You can't just self-check it the whole time.
What?
These clinics are great, by the way.
The old water snake though, you
Yep.
go under there, that just sells a self-service checklist every year.
Yeah, but I think it's a maritime safety, and I could be wrong, but I think it is a directive by them that it does, within a time frame, have to go back to the manufacturer to get properly
I'm
serviced.
going to make a statement. I reckon the life jacket laws are worse than the pandemic bill. No, seriously.
But your life jacket's going to save you.
But I must say, for anyone who did watch the show last week, it's
Yeah.
proof why these clinics are a must-have.
Yeah.
Because I know
No one knows what to do.
No, exactly.
But that's
Because
exactly
I looked down the barrel of that camera right there and had no idea what I was talking about.
Yeah.
And this has been... And,
You did.
and
You said
this-
throw them out and buy a new one.
Yeah, that's why I said it, because I don't know what I'm
Because
talking
no
about.
one has any idea.
Because it's confusing.
A lot
But-
of grey area by the sound
But
of
there
it.
was 20,000 lawyers marching the streets the other day because they knew about the pandemic bill.
Yeah,
But
well,
none
they
of them
clearly-
know
they clearly
about
never-
the life
They clearly
jacket.
never worn a life jacket.
Right.
Maybe I need to.
Coming up next, product of the week, and Cara heads into the kitchen to cook up a treat. Next on Talking Fishing.
Talking fishing.
Good morning, spotters. Stephanie speaking.
Product of the week, brought to you by Tackle World.
Talking fishing, nothing but fishing, we're talking fishing.
I have taken over product of the week tonight, and coming up we have these amazing female fishing dresses. I happen to be modelling one tonight, and as I do in my weekly cooking segment. So these fishing dresses, their motto is be practical and stylish on the water. They have been designed by a female for females. They're not only great for fishing, but they're also fantastic for if you're out at the beach or by the pool. Versatile, there is nothing not to love about these dresses, and we do have a few on display
We've
tonight,
got
boys.
heaps here, yeah.
Heaps. Look at that.
So Dave's got the lovely shirt dress here.
So Cara,
Yep.
it's like a shirt, but it's long enough to be a dress.
It is, and
Yeah.
it's cut for the female shape.
Yeah.
So we haven't simply just gone and
An
picked
oversized shirt.
Yeah, and put it in pink to make it a female one.
Got the air vents.
You've got the breathable vents
the
at the back, lightweight,
Yeah.
breathable, and they're also UPV 50 plus.
Yeah.
So protected from the sun, which is
Yep.
absolutely brilliant.
And it's got the traditional, as you're wearing now, sleeves rolled up
Correct.
and a little...
with a
the
little
button.
tab.
What is
Yep.
that
So that
thing
you can-
called? Apart from a tab.
I'm sure there's a technical term.
just a
but
tab?
It's a tab with a button.
Sleeve holder.
Tabs where you
Sleeve
put a
holder.
bet on for Melbourne Cup. And anyway,
Oh dear.
yeah, love them.
Now these ones come in a standard length, and I believe they're just about to release a mid-length one as well.
Okay, that's
Okay.
aqua, that colour.
That is aqua. That also comes in a pink, the maroon that I'm wearing, and a petrol blue as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we jump over to the jersey dresses. So
Look at
Adam
these.
has got, this is a brand new one, the orange camo colour here. And to his left is the Young Crew range. Oh, there goes that one. This is for children, so
It was always going to happen.
improvise.
Is that a kid's one?
This is a kids one, so all kids sizes are covered, and again the fabric is sun safe, lightweight, breathable, dries super fast, fantastic over the summer weather. The beauty about these as well, they're all year round.
Yes.
So you can chuck a pair of leggings on,
Yep.
you know, in winter if it's a little bit cooler, or early mornings, and then you can sort of strip down. So they are a great length.
And I was just demonstrating with these ones that they're crease free.
Yes,
So
as you can tell.
If I could
by
reach that,
the
I'd pick it up and you wouldn't even know it was being thrown on the floor.
The other great bonus that I can't show you because it is on the floor.
Here you go.
Is oh yep, here we go. Here's one we prepared
I'm
earlier.
going to go around and get that other one. Come on, I'm going to go around and get it.
The
Doesn't matter.
sleeves have got the clever little thumb hole in them, as I can demonstrate here.
Oh,
so
I love a thumb hole.
do love a thumb hole. So they are great, especially in winter if it is a bit chilly out there.
I wouldn't trust me with it.
Versatile though, so you can roll the cuff up and you can sit them at shoulder length as well. So, and again, you've got this in the standard and then the mid length, which is the mid rider, which is the new orange. And these come in the blue and a pink as well. So I think they're fantastic.
We've got some friends at Tackle World in Darwin, Weeper, cans.
Oh, up north, they are just top property.
They can't get hold of them. They can't get hold of enough of them. So, and it's just one of those things that's crept down into Victoria now, and just absolutely fantastic. I saw a post on social media today. Nikki Bryant, who's a contributor to this show, she had the new orange. I think she had the new orange one on social media today. So, but
they're great, and they're not like they're tasteful. In their design, so and you can go from salt water to fresh water. So you're not having, you know, often you'll go and you buy a jersey and it's got a big cod, but you're not going to go wear that out fishing, or vice versa. Whereas these, you can wear them any place fishing, and then you can quite happily go to the pub for lunch afterwards, and you're not feeling that you're, you know, on show. So
Google
they're brilliant.
Jersey fishing dress. Is that right?
Yep.
You'll find
They'll
them.
pop up.
There you go. And they'll tell you what, they're popular.
Very popular.
Up north, and they're
Great
about to
Christmas
take
present.
They will be popular down here very shortly.
Absolutely. I heard some exciting news now, and it hasn't happened yet. Arcadia, the new fish hatchery, I reckon they're due to get their first fish in a pond any day now. How good is that? So we've got a couple of guests coming up. I should mention that. Toby Jeevens is on next week. Actually, and I think I mentioned him last week.
You did say he was going to be on tonight.
I was disorganised.
Week ahead of yourself.
We don't know what Toby does for a job, but it's going to be interesting.
He's with the VFA.
And then, and then the week after, we'll get Anthony Forster, who is managing the Arcadia project, the new fish hatchery, and he'll be on talking about exactly where Arcadia's up to. But I think we mentioned in Fisheries News last week that all the cod had spawned within 2 weeks. Like the entire brood stock had all spawned within 2 weeks. Apparently they've got babies everywhere. And some of those babies I think are going to be very, very shortly into Arcadia. They're filling the ponds now.
How exciting.
That's amazing.
That close to the new fish hatchery having some fish in it. And that's, well, when was the last election? 2018. So it was an election promise. Jarla was on the show here. With Daniel Andrews, and promised a $7 million fish hatchery. They hadn't even bought the block of land. I mean, they didn't even know where the block of land was in 2018. And here we are, 2021. First fish are about to go in. That is exciting news.
Well, most importantly, do we have a date for the first fish going into the Arcadia pondage?
I'm hoping it's before next Wednesday.
That's right. You guys
I will be out there.
Well, Cara and I both sit on the Snobs
might
Creek
be able to,
Advisory Board, and we might be doing a tour of Arcadia next week. And I don't know. I don't know. It won't be timed around us, I can assure you. It'll be timed around those little babies and when they're ready to be transported, and when that pond is ready to take fish.
But seriously, Anthony, if you could put a couple of fish in the pondage.
That would be great.
That would be good. That would be good. So that's exciting news. All right, coming up, Kramer's mailbag. Plenty more to come on Talking Fishing. Oh, sorry. They're yelling in my ear. I couldn't understand. We've got to go to cooking. Cara, you're in the kitchen.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's go to your cooking segment now.
Over the last couple of episodes, the boys have been creating a list of different fish species for me to cook. We're going to kick off tonight with flounder, and we're going to make a lovely lemon butter that we're going to bake the fish in. First things first, we need to fillet our flounder. We will actually get 4 fillets out of him, 2 from the top and 2 from the bottom. Conveniently, and thanks to my cameraman, here's one we prepared earlier.
Brett Geddes is our reporter from Gippsland.
Yes.
One of the things he did for us was took some photos of how he cleans and fillets flounder. Let's have a look at these photos here. So
She takes the fillet. It
Cooked
looks
them whole.
really finicky.
cutting
but
it down the back. But now look at that. He's just carving against, well, it's like the bones the whole length. He gets 4 fillets. So
Yeah.
cut in half and both sides.
Look at that.
And there's,
Wow.
that's
They
a
look
whole
great,
flounder.
don't they?
Now, before I place our fillets into the baking dish, I'm just going to rub a little bit of our butter on the base. And this will prevent anything from sticking. And then we'll lay our fillets in here, and then we will season with a little salt and pepper. To make our lemon butter sauce, we're going to place into a microwave safe bowl butter. I've got some diced onion and the juice of a whole lemon. We'll then pop this in the microwave and melt it till we've got a nice thin sauce. Our butter mix is melted, so a quick little stir, and then we're just going to spoon a little over the top of our fillets. We don't need to use too much. And then we're going to place these in a preheated oven, 180 degrees, 8 to 10 minutes. Here we have our beautiful flounder fillets straight out the oven. The smell of the lemon butter coming through is absolutely divine. To finish this off, we'll sprinkle with some beautiful fresh basil. And then this dish is lovely served on a bed of mashed potato. Great dish to share. Enjoy.
Wow.
Gonna have to try that one, I think.
Yeah, I know. Flounder, so good. Do you actually eat, once you cook the meal, do you actually eat it?
Oh,
Or?
it normally becomes lunch or dinner.
Yeah, good. All right, coming up next, I'll get this right now. Kramer's mailbag, plenty more to come on Talking Fishing.
Talking fishing.
G'day, Callan here from Paul Worsland's Tackle World Cranbourne. Supercharged batteries have been supplying maintenance-free marine batteries since 2001. The SEAMASTER Gold range is second to none, delivering superior starting power and reserve capacity. No need to top up with water, truly a fit and forget battery. With up to 2 years replacement warranty, you know you have quality. Your battery is your lifeline. Without it, you're dead in the water because it's bloody hard to push start. I've got a SEAMASTER battery in my boat. Make yours a SEAMASTER Gold today.
Talking fishing, nothing but fishing, we're talking fishing.
Hate it when I don't read the mailbag in advance.
No, it's the best.
No, and then I read it and I go, why didn't we do that?
Yeah, no, it's the only way to go. Just wing it, Dave. We got it. We got it.
We've been
no.
winging the whole show
Exactly.
tonight, so
Can I,
That's what we do.
Can I phone a friend?
do it.
All right, okay, so this is the first one. Okay, let's kick it off here. This is from Andrew. Andrew writes to us and he goes, I caught this last week in Port Phillip Bay, never seen one before, would like to know what it is. Thanks. From Andrew. Have a look at this. What is it? Caught that in Port Phillip Bay. All right, now I'm going to phone a friend because a regular viewer of the program is David Thornton, and David says that the yakka that was the, catch of the week is a cow and young.
Okay.
What's the difference? So maybe if David could just get onto this one first about what species it was. Can we show that again, guys? I'm not sure. Yeah, there you go. David Thornton, if you could tell us what species that is.
Some sort of perch.
And then in the second message, if you could tell us the difference between a cow and young and a yakka, because it looked like a yakka to me.
Yeah.
Anyway,
What
that'll
was
be
your
good.
guess on the difference?
All right.
I don't think they're the same.
Now, why don't you say one's got an extra stripe?
Yeah, no.
No, that was last week.
That's
That
what
was a
you
separate
said.
issue.
Yakka's got an extra dot.
All right, David Glennie writes in, who is the organiser of the Peninsula Snapper Challenge. The results are through, and it was a brothers event. Here you go. I don't know. Oh, yeah. So in the junior, have a listen to the results. If the junior, Hunter Blackford won it, 900.
Good job, Hunter.
It's in millimetres. I'll go 90 centimetres. Jack Anderson, he got second with 79 centimetres. And then Marlon Blackford, who's the brother of Hunter, got a 77 centimetres. So well done,
boys.
to the Blackford brothers taking out first and third in the junior.
Yep.
Not taking anything away from Jack. In the... Oh, I'll skip the kayak session. Oh, no. It's all... Sorry, Richard Lenossi got a 75 centimetre. He won the kayak. Second was Jamie Dwyer, 71 centimetres. Mick Vanders got third with a 68 centimetre. Significantly smaller fish for the kayakers, and other things are smaller for them. Too. No, I mean, they're paddles and things like that. And
No comment.
anyway, all right. What did you think I meant?
Yeah,
Anyway,
just the
their
same.
anchors are smaller. Their outboards are smaller. There's lots of things. And then in the open division, as we saw earlier on, Ryan Smith, a 96 centimetre, 10.2 kilo or 22 pound. Sean Swift won second in the open with a 91.5 centimetre. And then Ryan's brother, Jason, got third, 85 centimetres.
Good fish.
There you go.
Congratulations to all the kayak anglers.
Well done.
I think you definitely made a good run at it this year.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah.
Anyway. All right, this one's from George. Did you know the Queenscliff Council stopped a cleaning table going in at the revamped ramp? Apparently the locals don't like the smell. Well, George...
How can you live in Queens
I
and
don't-
not like the smell?
I don't, George. I think that's fake news. I think the Queenscliff Council, although I think they're the only council that call themselves a borough, the borough of Queenscliff. I think they've got some news coming. They're getting a fish cleaning table. Don't worry about that, George. This is an interesting question from Brian. He writes in. He goes, "How big was Mud Island in comparison to 100 years ago due to tidal wear erosion?"
Oh, okay.
How big was Mud Island? I went back on Google Maps. It doesn't go back 100 years because I don't think they'd put satellites up, had they?
Not quite.
No.
No,
Well, how would you know how big Mud Island was? Yeah.
It probably wouldn't have been that much bigger, would it?
No,
Because
I was
French
able to-
Island
I
seems
was-
relatively,
That's a valid point.
relatively unhindered in Western Port.
Yeah. I went back because there's a little history thing on Google Earth now, and I went back last night and had a look. And in 85, that was the first satellite photo, 85 of Mud Island.
It was a good year, 85.
Were you born in 85?
Yes, I was.
Yeah. Do you know how old I was?
27.
You finished high school and it was well and truly done.
Close. Counting my super by then. Now look at me. No, and actually, the only difference I could see between the 1985 and 2021 photo was a lot of weed on the southern end, and now the weeds all on the northern end. So and that's what happens.
Yeah,
Grass grows when the wind blows and the tides are different. But the actual size of the island wasn't much difference.
Yeah, because with all the channels and things through there, they'd be funneling most of the water.
But I'm not sure. Look, there's two people that could probably answer that: Don Newman or Steve Johnson from Ace Fishing Charters. Both of them would have been around 100 years ago. And if one of them could let us know... Well, they were. Don's 94, so he...
Almost.
Yeah. So if Don Newman's watching, or Steve Johnson, if you could let us know what was Mud Island like 100 years ago, because Brian would like to know. So there you go. If you'd like to write into Kramer's mailbag, this is what you do.
Send your mail to Kramer's Mailbag, PO Box 734, Patterson Lakes, Victoria 3197, or email kramer@ifish.com.au.
Now, Cara, you did a little event at your local primary school during the week.
Yeah, certainly did, where my kids attend.
Yeah. Let's have a look at some photos now, and maybe you can talk us through some of the things. So,
trout. That's a good fish.
Yeah, trout. So the school is very fortunate that they are within walking distance of the beautiful reservoir that's in these photos here. And as it stands, there is no waterways or recreational fishing programs in sort of fresh water.
In schools?
In schools. So I sort of approached the school and said, what do you think if we
Is that the principal of the school?
That is our principal, Matthew Forrest. He is amazing. He got in there. I've never seen someone wrangle a fish as well as he did. He left that day completely muddy and wet and did not care, did not blink an eye. He does awesome. Love his fly fishing. He's a big fan of the Mansfield area, so he was in his element. But the school certainly embraced it. They're all for getting the kids outdoors and teaching them about waterways. We had fish care come along. They were brilliant. They taught the kids theory classes, how to identify fish, learning about bag sizes, slot limits, all that sort of thing.
Oh, he's got his arms
this young Max, he absolutely, the one-arm bandit, he absolutely nailed it. So
no
fisheries,
way.
Yeah, they came along and we released about 250 rainbow trout, just the little catchable size ones.
You got Brian Mottram there, you got fisheries officers there.
Yeah, and we were lucky enough to release some of these ex-brood stock as well. So the fisheries officers, they came and gave a talk to the grade 5, 6s and explained what their role is and why it's important to follow the regs. And like, you know, Brian Mottram came along. He was a fabulous supporter of the day, and his daughter Gracie came. And
that's awesome.
No, it was really good, and the kids were in their element. And I think the highlight was, you know, when each group would come, we'd say to them, who's been fishing before? And you'd get the show of hands, and the ones that hadn't, we tried to set them up in the good spots, and to see their little faces light up when they caught a fish was priceless. So they are completely hooked, and I've been roped back into going tomorrow for the grade 5, 6 camp, and we're taking the fishing again.
Awesome.
So,
now you're going to do a tour of Victoria to every primary school in the next year.
Well, look, you never know. This could be on the cards. So I've had a couple of schools contact me already. So let's look. I'm open to that. So
there you go. All right. After the break, the all-important hotspots, and I'll tell you what, the snapper are hot. Someone has flicked the switch. That's next on Talking Fishing.
Talking Fishing.
The BEAUMARIS Motor Yacht Squadron is a trailer boat and social club on Port Phillip Bay. The club has a great range of facilities, including multiple boat ramps, ample car and trailer parking, boat wash and fish cleaning, fishing competitions and boat safety lectures, boating activities and club events, a restaurant and 2 bars. Easy launch and retrieval makes for a relaxing time on the water for you, your family and friends to enjoy. And boating memberships are now available. The BEAUMARIS Motor Yacht Squadron, the best trailer boat experience on the bay.
Talking fishing, nothing but fishing, we're talking fishing.
And now the segment you've all been waiting for, Fishing Hotspots, brought to you by the BEAUMARIS Motor Yacht Squadron, Melbourne's premier trailer boat club.
All right, just before we do the hotspots, many people have written in on social media and text message saying that it was a male barber perch.
Yep.
Don Newman was one of them. So, and I hate it when I talk about his age, and I think he's not watching, but he was. Anyway, so
we had nothing to say about Matarola?
No. He's still.
Come on, Donnie.
He's actually going through his records as we speak. But what I'm going to do, Cara,
he's put it on the list.
Barber perch.
I'm going to need some saltwater fishes to get these for me.
Yeah, so we're going to tick flounder off.
Deep fryer.
This is the. I don't know if the camera can pick that up, but there you go. This is the species you have to cook now. We're going to run out of episodes.
Basket. We'll just chuck 4 of those in one.
Yeah. So you got bream, Chinook salmon, zebrafish, bronze whalers, yakkers. Well, we should probably put and cow and young. However, David Thornton hasn't got back to a ship, but and barber perch. So there you go.
There's going to be a seafood basket there with the zebrafish, the yakkers,
far
and
easier. And a good old crab stick or something.
All right, let's kick it off. Some magnificent snapper being caught, and none other than a place that we call Edithvale, 18 metres of water. I reckon this Saturday, it's going to go off.
Ooh, big call.
Edithvale, 18 metres. You watch how many boats are out there.
Yeah.
A place we haven't spoken about for quite some time.
Probably because it's snapper season.
Yep, and because all the whiting we've been up against the shoreline. Yep. But I'm telling you, there is some fantastic King George whiting out at the Pinnis Channel right now.
Have a look at that. Interesting one.
Yeah, so down that right-hand side, if you're travelling from Sorrento or Rye Boat Ramp, down the right-hand side of Mud Island, go past the island and you'll see it on your left, all those weed beds, just absolutely fantastic and full of big, fat King George whiting at the moment. So there you go. All right, let's head over to Western Port. A favourite place where Steve Johnson loves to fish is Crawfish Rock for snapper. We've seen lots of big snapper coming from that northern end and just should be fantastic this weekend as well.
Yeah, you know it's firing proper when the North Arm's really producing good fish.
Well, Crawfish Rock is one. The North Arm is the next. There you go. You mentioned it, Ads, without
Long Reef.
Without seeing it. There you go, North Arm.
Lysarts, Dave?
Lysarts. Yeah, I got told to not mention Lysarts.
Oh, whoops.
Oh, no.
You didn't tell
what's
me.
his name? Old mate.
That's where the bronzy come from, wasn't
it?
Yeah.
And the whiting the week before.
Okay.
Yeah, so anyway, Lysarts
So
good.
don't mention Lysarts, Dave.
Worked there for 17 years. Hasn't been called Lysarts for 30 years. But anyway, there you go. All right. The next one, Murchison. Murray cod season starts tomorrow.
Yes, it does.
And it'll be a big weekend up in Murchison, I reckon, in the Goulburn River.
Everywhere. Yep. Murchison through to Ngambie, it's going to be very busy.
With this weather, get the top water out. For
Absolutely.
sure.
Yep.
Those big mice and rats and budgies and all those
I
lures
love
that
the
we've seen.
budgie.
Do you?
Yeah, that's my...
Drag spinnerbaits
That was
during
the
day.
first hit I got on the surface,
And-
was a budgie.
Yeah.
Really?
And I freaked out and then I dropped it because I was like, oh my God, this is like, it really hits.
the best.
There you go. Another place that's absolutely on fire at the moment and often not talked about.
Yeah.
And the thing is, you've got to go here now because in 3 weeks' time, you will not be able to move.
No.
Like Inverloch just gets packed out, but Anderson's Inlet, King George whiting, there's some great fish in there right now. Get down there if you can because Christmas holidays tick in and you cannot move in Inverloch.
And the,
Lovely
the
place.
secret to Inverloch King George whiting is to pump your own nippers, bash yabbies.
Yeah.
They're everywhere on the flats there. Low tide, bait pump. It is great fun just getting the bait, and they are the number one for King George whiting there.
Yeah.
No other place where you would take that over even a pippy any day of the week.
You just led straight into the next story.
Oh,
Pippies.
I'm on fire.
Pippies. There is, I know a lot of bait and tackle shops have now tapped into the food market.
Yes.
So these pippies have no sand in them. They've been processed for food. You'd be looking at around $30 a kilo.
Yep.
Like it's just ridiculous. Adam, you said to me a guy walked in and bought 16 bags today.
I've seen 2 customers in the last 2 days spend over $300 on bait.
No way.
Yep. This is exactly why we need to get this pippy thing sorted out.
Well, it's not getting sorted out, and I've actually got a meeting with Lisa Neville, who is the lead minister for environment, because no one else is sorting it out. You know, we've got a minister for fisheries, we've got a minister for environment. Those two, I don't know, they can't work it out. So I'm going to Lisa Neville tomorrow to try and sort it out because it's not good enough. Victoria has a fisheries management plan that was part of the Minister for Fisheries announcement in 2019, a fisheries management plan. There's a 52-tonne quota and most of the fishers can't fish their quota. Because Parks Victoria banned them from driving on the beach for some reason.
Well, the big issue, Dave, is Victoria has always been about growing recreational fishing, target 1 million, all the stocking, all that sort of stuff. When it's going to cost you $300 for bait, it's not worth going fishing. You may as well go to the fish and chip shop or the market and buy fresh fish. It's just not. It's not the right way to go about it. And pippies are a staple bait, not just for King George whiting. But for
all sorts.
a wide variety of species, we have to work it out. Like we just have to work it out.
From a government perspective, what really gets up my goat is that Jarla Pulford made a statement in the front of the fisheries management plan for pippies that Victorian pippies must be available to Victorian consumers. And now this very government has shut down the industry, a $5 million industry. There's 20 people out of work. And I know that's not the end of the world, but it is for those 20
Well,
people.
for those people it is.
Oh,
For those
especially
20
the
people.
times
It
that we've
is.
had this year. Like,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the Victorian government needs to do something about this.
And to
because
know
it's
they're
not what
right
they
there
do.
ready to go. It's not like we have a shortage of pippies and they can't be harvested. They're right there.
In fact, they're probably in abundance
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
no one's
Right
been
there.
fishing them because of Parks Victoria saying they're not allowed to. I mean, how else do they take 20 kilo sacks from the shoreline to the car park, which is a kilometre away?
Yeah.
How?
Ridiculous.
Yeah, that's right. And the tracks are already there. They're already being used.
Well, they're being driven
Right,
on
get
by
answers
parks every
tomorrow.
day.
Yeah.
So anyway, there you go. Big weekend coming up. We've got 30-degree temperatures for the next couple of days. We've
Yep.
got I know we've got a little storm coming through Thursday, but
That's okay. Fishing will go off for that.
it'll be back to good, and it'll be great fishing on the weekend. I
Yep.
think Sunday's probably the pick of the days, but some great fishing, some great snapper around, some great whiting. The gummy sharks have been absolutely fantastic, haven't they?
Yeah, they have. Yeah, and it's a species that kind of gets forgotten about this time of year because everything's going on. I'm going to put a call out to all of our viewers that go somewhere for cod opening. We want to see your photos.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
We had snapper loaded up this week in Catch of the Week. It'd be great
Yep.
to see a cod-dominated Catch of the Week
Yeah.
next week.
And if you want to hear where they're biting, 3MP.
Yes.
This Saturday morning. Here's
Yep.
our program. We forget to promote this sometimes, but anyway, on 3MP, Adam and I do talking fishing on 3MP every 6 o'clock every Saturday, and we'll talk cod this weekend.
Yes, definitely.
And we'll also have where they're biting, all the
Yep,
snapper,
the
the
updates.
whiting, and all that sort of stuff.
Yep.
So there you go, big weekend of fishing coming up, and don't forget some of those destinations like we said. Inverloch, Anderson's Inlet,
Yeah, it's a great
Lake
spot.
Tyers. Now's the time to get to them before the Christmas rush.
Definitely.
Do it when you can. That's it for Talking Fishing. Hope you enjoyed the show. Now, summer arrives tomorrow. Cod season arrives tomorrow. And, there's something that
forgot about
happens
this.
in 22 days' time that I didn't mention.
Oh, you didn't?
The longest day of the year is in 22 days' time.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
There's a little fact for you. Then it's all downhill. The days start getting shorter. That's what happens. Until we see you again next Tuesday on Talking Fishing, please stay safe on the water and enjoy your fishing.
Talking fishing, nothing but fishing, we're talking fishing. We got all you need, just take a look. Watch those fish jump on your hook. So just relax and take your time. Enjoy the show, then drop us a line. Talking fishing, nothing but fishing, we're talking fishing. Talking fishing, nothing but fishing, we're talking fishing. Talking fishing.
Have a good weekend, Mr. Walker.
You too, son.